This conference will now be recorded.
Let me save this file. So one is price matching, price tolerance, is price tolerance. So where it is available, price tolerance means if you go to accounts payable, collapse all, invoice matching policy, invoice matching setup, price tolerances. This is an AP setup, accounts payable, invoice matching setup. Price tolerances. Okay, this is available in AX 2009 also. This is available in AX 2009. The same thing it is continued in D365. 2012 and D365 it was continued. Here you can map. Okay, let me delete all these things. Otherwise, it will confuse to us a lot. Delete. I'm mapping 1%. For all customers, it is 1%. The deviation allowed, price tolerance is 1%. Later in 2012, in D365 and 2012, it was enhanced. In AX 2009, only one it is available. This is the only one. Only price tolerances in AX 2009. But in 2012, in AX 2012 on D365, it was enhanced new functionality in parameters, accounts payable parameters here. One is enable invoice matching validation. Okay, here this is a new function introduced in AX 2012 and D365. And you can map, this is total invoice matching, match invoice totals. This is match charges comparison. And here this is, you can have percentage or amount in this, either one you can map. This is net total. See, purchase price total tolerance. Purchase price total tolerance is different from price tolerance. So if you go here, accounts payable, price tolerance. This is price tolerance. This is price total tolerance. What is the difference between these two? Let me show you. Duplicate. Many people don't know about this one. It is very keen to understand. Purchase orders, all purchase orders. So here, if you open this 126 purchase order, I'm showing you. Here the price is there. This price variance means the price means this one. So at the time of purchase order, what is the price? At the time of invoice, what is the price? That is price tolerance. Now here, price total tolerance. Price total tolerance means net amount. This one. In the purchase order, what is the net amount? And in the invoice, what is the net amount? That is net price total tolerance. Understood, everyone?
Got it, sir.
Okay, this total matching means, this total means in the purchase order we have totals. This total, and at the time of invoice the total is there. That total and this total will be compared. The purchase order total, the total amount, it will be compared with the invoice total, that is total matching. And charges matching means, one of the topic I need to explain you, like charges here, transportation charges, loading unloading charges, that is maintenance charges. I will explain you this one, this charges, that is one more topic. Okay, so here you can enter the charges. At the time of purchase order, what is the charge? At the time of invoice, what is the charge? That will be compared, that is charges matching. Understood? Any questions here?
Purchase price, total tolerance, and then the total tolerance. So one is whole purchase order, another one is per line. Or
This is total amount. Total amount means the entire purchase order total for all items.
including the charges and everything.
Everything total, it is total. That was total. It may be 10 items, it may be 5 items. Here, like purchase price, charges, taxes, discounts, everything total, net amount. Okay, that is total amount. That is total invoice total. This is each line net amount. Each line. So people will confuse a lot. This is net amount. So instead of this one, actually the message, whatever it was showing. Okay, fine. Here, if it is here showing like net price and net amount, that will be easy. But Microsoft has given purchase price total tolerance percentage rather than simple one net amount, line net amount will be compared. Clear?
Yep.
Next, if you want to compare quantity, you can use two-way and three-way. This two-way and three-way is for quantity matching. If you don't want quantity matching, you can leave it. Okay, now, so let me do one purchase order. So here, allow with warning. Give there, allow with warning. Otherwise, if you make it mandatory, you can make mandatory also. Here, require
this three-way matching, it is only for the quantity. We can can make it for price also.
So this is without this like enabling, you can map already prices, right? This two-way, three-way is related to quantity only.
Okay, got it? With that other tolerance, we are matching with the prices. You are saying?
Yes. This is purchase price, purchase order prices versus invoice prices. Amounts, each amount. One is price, purchase order price versus invoice price. Another one is net amount, line net amount. Another one is total amount. Here, charges amount. It is purchase order versus invoice without quantity comparison. And if you want quantity compare, you can enable this quantity. I don't want. If you want, you can map it. Two-way matching, three-way matching. Two-way matching means purchase order versus product receipt. Sorry, purchase order versus invoice. Three-way matching means purchase order versus product receipt versus invoice. Okay. Fine.
Okay, clear.
Fine. Now we'll do one transaction. We'll create one purchase order, and I will show you how it is. Now require approval. I have map. Require approval. Okay. Fine. It's done. Let me verify whether it is saved perfectly or not. Saved. Now let me create a purchase order, a new purchase order. Let me select the vendor, site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item. Suppose 10 quantity at the rate of 1000 for easy calculation. Okay, I have entered 1000. Now I'm doing confirmation. Now I can do product receipt. I can do receipt tab, product receipt. So I'm doing product receipt update, document date, and then here it is 10 quantity. I'm doing now go to invoice, generate area page, invoice button. Now you have received invoice. The price is 1050. Okay. Now update match status. You have received invoice copy, and the invoice copy is there 1050. Okay. Now it was failed. Okay. So this, rather than this one, I will create one new vendor so that I can show you one more simple information. Give me a minute. Let me create a new vendor. And I will give you some exceptions. Some exceptions I will explain you after some time. Let me create one new vendor 1008. I'm creating. So Rajan Electronics 10 group. Okay, now for this vendor, I'm creating a purchase order. I want to give you some explanation, some more exceptions also. Give me some time to discuss with you that one. So now 1006, 1008 new vendor. I'm selecting 11 site and warehouse. Now I'm selecting 1000. No problem. 10 quantity is 1000. Okay, now let me, it will keep on warning me. You know this one, am I right? How to mitigate that warning message?
Go to purchase an item card and then check none, the warning.
Yeah. So from warning to, I will make it none. Otherwise, you need to make approved vendor list here. In the approved vendor list, you can add. Then it will be, the error message will not come. Okay. Either one we can do it. No problem. That's fine. Now, if I close this error message and if I confirm, it will not create any problems because I have removed that checkbox. I'm going to say from the drop down I have changed. Okay, fine. Give me a minute. Next, I'm doing product receipt. Click OK. Now I'm doing invoice. So here I'm entering suppose 1050. Okay. So unit price I have changed. Because of that unit price, net amount also changed. Now I'm clicking on update match status. It is failed. It is failed. Okay. Now if you go to review matching details, it is not performed. Why it is not performing? In a minute. Two-way matching. Yes, this is two-way matching. I need to map. Let me verify. Update match status. In a minute. Let me delete this one first. Let me close. Let me refresh. Now pending invoice will be gone. Let me click on invoice. So here now I am entering 1050. Okay, here it is showing not performed. Now update match status. Should update here. Failed. It is totally failed. But why it is not updating here?
The product receipt need to be set up or
No. Let me do it one more transaction, because at that time, whenever I have created, I have not mapped two-way matching. It is required. It's required. Give me a minute. I will show you for new purchase order. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Any vendor is fine, but new vendor will be easy to understand. That is the reason I'm creating new vendor. New data. Okay. Let me select 1000. It is refresh issue only 1000. Okay. Now let me do a confirmation. Let me do a confirmation. Let me do product receipt. Click OK. It is not only total failed. I want matching policies like each level, the failed information. Let me do invoice now. Now it will show you properly. So in 10.0.17, there is a small bugs also there. That is rectified in the future versions. Okay, small. Now let me change it to 150. Okay, now it is failed. Okay, so small correction here. We need to map two-way matching. Two-way matching means that total net amounts also it will be line level mappings will be verified. price matching and price total matching will be executed from two-way matching. From two-way matching, the price totals, net amount and price will be verified from this one. Total matching is different, charges is different. But if you want this one, price matching, you need to enable two-way matching. Three-way matching means quantity also. Three-way matching means quantity also. Two-way matching means only purchase price and purchase total totals. That's what here now it is reflected. So now if I entered 1050, it was failed. So at the time of purchase order 1000, at the time of invoice, the price is 1050. So it is change is 5%. Suppose if it is now it is failed, you can go to matching details. If you go to matching details, here it will be failed. The price is failed and net amount also failed. Net amount also failed. And quantity, no performance. There is no performance because we have not enabled three-way matching. And the total matching, it was failed. All are failed. Okay, fine. Now, suppose I have entered 1010. 1010 means it is passed. 1% means on 1000, 1% means 10. It was updated, it was passed. And if you click on update match status, it is passed. Suppose 1010.01. How much amount? It is 0.01 changed. Then automatically failed. Automatically failed. Understood? Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
If it is 1% means for 1000, 1% means 1010 means 1010. Up to 1010 it is passed. It is passed. And if you verify, it is passed within the percentage. Quantity I have not enabled, three-way matching I have not enabled, not required, not performed. Invoice matchings. So here also invoice matching, if you click on invoice totals, it will show you the differences. Understood? If it is 1010.01 is more amount, then it will be immediately it was failed. And if you click on update match status, it is failed. Okay, it is failed. Then if you go to matching details, you can see the matching details. Price, purchase price failed because 1000 up to 1010 it is fine because 1%. Like this. Okay, now in this price tolerances, now let me finish this one first. Now it is failed. Actually, the amount is 10,000, 1010 is fine, means 10 paisa extra. The total amount is 10 paisa extra, am I right? Now you have verified with your manager. So there are two options. If you are enabling workflow, if you have vendor invoice workflow, let me go here, let me take duplicate. If in case, if you have enabled workflow and workflow is exist, then vendor invoice workflow you can create here. If it is created, and what you have to do, you need to send workflow, submit workflow, your manager will validate, and 10 paisa he will approve and you can proceed. If it is workflows are enabled. Okay, I will discuss with you about workflows after some time, most probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. If you enable workflow, it will be allowed. Now workflow is not there. Now you have taken approval from your manager through email. Here require approval. Now, if you want to post it, it can, if it is failed, it will not allow you to post. It will stop. If it is passed only, it will allow you. Now you have taken approval through email. Through email, you have taken approval. Then we have one option, matching details. Workflow is not there in my company, and approval, and I can enable. Then automatically my name will be coming here, and take an approval from like using Outlook email. I have taken approval from like this, and if you enter like this, and if you close it, then if you try to post, even though it is failed, it will allow you to post. So if it is failed, there are two options. One is workflow. If it is workflow is enabled, you need to submit workflow. There will be workflow submit, and once it is submitted, your manager will verify, he will review, and he will approve the workflow. That is one flow. Otherwise, you can take approval through email, and you can, that email information you can pass, you can update here in the matching details approval, you can enter the information, and then only you can post the transaction. Understood? Any questions here?
So the price tolerance is 1%. If it is excess only, if it is short 1%, that also it will approve.
So here actually this is not set up. Here in this one we have two options. Got it?
Yeah, yes, fine, sir.
You can use the options how you want. Usually, if it is more than that one, we will stop it. If it is less than, we will proceed. What is the problem? Right? Your wish, how you want. Clear now? Till now? Either
Yes,
it should be passed, or if it is failed, two options. One is through workflow, other one is this one in the matching. Now, for all vendors, if you have mapped 1%, but I don't want from one vendor, suppose Reliance vendor. So I cannot demand Reliance, even it is 5%, I want to allow. For all vendors 1%, for all vendors 1%, but for 1010 or US 010 specific vendor, I want 5%. Then we can have option invoice matching, invoice total tolerances. I can give a special permission for specific vendor. I can give 5%. Okay, so one of our colleague is asking multiple invoices against single purchaser. Yeah, for everywhere it is possible. Everywhere it will be. Yes, it is applicable. Okay, so if you want a special permission for specific vendor, you can give. For this vendor, whenever you are doing purchase order, it will allow you up to 5%. Otherwise, price variance I want to allow separately. Then you can click on new and specific vendor. I can give specific percentage. Here you can select all items. Otherwise, specific item, specific vendor. You can map percentage. These are exceptional cases. Okay, I'm deleting because whenever I'm doing transaction, If I have only one combination, I can show you properly. You can map total tolerances. You can enter whatever the way you want. Okay. Suppose in accounts payable parameters, I have disabled this checkbox. Means total amount should be tallied perfectly. That means zero tolerance. You have enabled this checkbox and you have not mentioned the total, means zero tolerance. Suppose if you have mapped like this, then if you are trying to select this one, it will throw error message. Accounts payable invoice total matchings is not enabled for this company. Use match invoice totals options in the accounts payable parameters. So this exception cases, if you enable in the parameter, then only it will allow you. Understood? If you enable here, then this is for 1% for all vendors. Now you can enable for specific vendors, it will allow you. Otherwise it will not. Got it? In the same manner, charges tolerance. In accounts payable parameters, you need to enable first. In accounts payable parameters, you have enabled for charges, it is 5%. But for one specific charges, I want 10% also should be allowed. Yes, I can. This is exception cases. If you have not enabled here, and this form will not be enabled. Let me show you. If I have not enabled this one, that means invoice matching enabled and charges matching not enabled, means zero tolerance. At the time of purchase order, whatever the charges are there, at the time of invoice also the same charges will be there. Then if you are selecting here, now if I am trying to open this charges tolerance, it will throw error message. Because initially you need to enable here and you need to mention. Once it is enabled, if you want exception cases for specific vendor, for specific charges, or for specific price tolerances, yes, it is possible. So tolerance group, you can map it, price tolerance groups, and you can tag this one to vendor or something. Okay, so now matching policy. Here, matching policy, in this one, we have mapped two-way matching. Now, if you want to override, you have matching policy. It is by default, it is available, company policy. If you want to change, yes, you can change. Understood? This is exception cases. So in the parameters level, you are mapping for all, and inside here you have option, you can map matching policy, invoice totals, charges totals, and price tolerance groups. Okay, you can map. So this is exception cases. Exception cases you can map. Any questions? This is, you need to do R&D a lot, and you need to try with the system. So many options, and if you have any concerns, any complexities, let me know.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the deviation between GR and IR, will this impact P&L or PPV, sir? I mean, as far as I'm aware, if it is a material PO, in case of any deviation between GR and IR, we capture it under PPV. If it is a service order PO, then we'll take the impact directly in the P&L. So
So
we'll
that is your setup. So whatever he is asking, it is Sai, right? Sai Valapani.
yes, sir.
So whatever he is asking, it is not relevant here, but it is different. Okay, here in this posting, the variances, whatever you want, you can map here. Cost of goods delivered or cost of goods. Sorry, not this one. This one. Here, purchase expenditure uninvoiced and purchase expenditure per product. Here you need to map usually like P&L accounts, the differences, deviation, GRIR versus invoice, you can map like this. If you want P&L account, you can map P&L accounts. These are difference. Okay.
Sir, in this tolerance deviation also, it goes to the P&L only, no, sir? I mean, GR is having 40, we have done the GR at value of 45 and IR is coming at 46. So we have the 1 rupee deviation. So we have given the setup for 1%, no, sir? That 1 rupee can be acceptable. So further, we take the 1 rupee impact directly in the P&L only, sir, while doing the IR.
Yes, it is definitely in P&L. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you want, I will show you practically. Okay, if you want, I will show you. Now we'll do it like, let me close this one first. You see this one, what it is going on. So at the time of product receipt, we have entered the voucher. If it is exist or not, let me verify. It is 10,000, 10,000. Okay, 10,000, 10,000. Now let me do invoicing. I'm sorry. So pending invoice, click on edit. Within the range, I will map 10%. 1% means $10 I will map without any problems, so that it will be without any failed. It should be passed. Success scenario, it is passed. Okay, matching policy because within the range. Now I'm entering invoice number. I'm sorry. Next totals we saw, it is 1,100. Sorry, 10,100. Fine. Now let me post. Let us understand what is going on, the price difference and total amount. It was closed. Now refresh. The invoice is updated. Journals invoice and the voucher. So here these two are posted with this one, cost of material. Now cost of material invoice is posted to 1,100. So 1 minute. So directly it is actually this is ledger accounts mapping is different. Okay, let me take another account. This is consumable items. This is not the good example. Give me a minute. I will do with one more transaction so that you can understand. It is hitting inventory account only. Okay, let me take another example because this item has differently. Let me create quickly a new purchase order. 10088 site and warehouse. Click OK. S300 S402 have created one item. Plastic chairs. Suppose 10 quantity at the rate of 50. It was posted 500. Let me confirm. Because for this one this item has item group audio RM. This audio RM, whatever it is postings here, 140 100 140 100, the same amount. Okay. If it is consumables, it is different ledger accounts. That's what I want to show. So here it is consumable items. Look at this one. If it is consumable, the mapping is completely different. It was mapped differently. Okay. This is not the regular scenario. This is for fixed assets, and this is for some other scenarios. That is the reason I'm taking this scenario, plain scenario, vanilla scenario. Okay. Let me show you. Now I'm doing product receipt. So click OK. The design in SAP and Dynamics F&O is different. Okay, I will give you explanation. Sorry. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Now, at the time of product receipt, it was posted. At the time of product receipt, it is posted 500. One is cost of material received 500. Cost of material received 500 and accrual 500. Now, at the time of invoice, 1% means it is 50.5. So let me add 50.5. So within the range. So it will be passed. Without any issues, it will be passed. Because within the range 1%. So I'm entering vendor invoice number 153 something, date. Okay, update mass status. It will be passed because within the range exactly border. Now I'm posting. Now if you verify the invoice voucher, invoice journal voucher. So if you verify, these two accounts will be reversed. Siri, avna pettava order. Siri, order and pettava. I'm sorry. Fine. Now it is material invoiced and approval. Material received and approval. So that is reversed at the time of product receipt, whatever it is there, those reversed. And at the time of invoice, it will be posted to these two accounts. Under account, it is posted to 140 100 and this one. So in SAP, it is posted to GRIR temporary account, and at the time of invoice, the correction entries will be posted. But whereas Dynamics, in Dynamics, it will be reversed at the time of product receipt, whatever it is there, that will be reversed. And actually, it is the invoice will be posted. Okay, fine. This is the postings. So the design in SAP is completely different from Dynamics. Okay, so any more questions, team here? Any more questions? Anyone?
So there is no capture we can do if how many is a difference in which is a purchase order price or a purchase receipt price which is vendor invoice price for the record. So it is not posted those difference alone in a separate account, isn't it?
If you want, you can generate reports. So you can generate reports. You can develop separate reports like purchase order versus product receipt. Product receipt. I mean to say purchase order versus invoice reports. You can generate.
Okay. So we can filter through the ledger account and then compare as well.
Yeah. That is fine. Yeah. Inside anyhow in the data level, purchase order level, rather than ledger accounts level, you can go to the purchase order level in the purchase order registered, purchase order creation, the price is there, invoice price is there. Those two will be compared from the table level. Okay. So subledger level, you can see the reports. You can see the report. Okay. And here you can see view accounts also. This is subledger journal entries. So purchase expenditure for product, debit and credit will be posted. In the same manner, purchase expenditure uninvoiced. Even it is not showing in the front end, it is posting in the inside. Subledger levels. Got it? So in the front end, it is not showing. The net effect is 0. But in the back end, view subledger journal, if you see, it will show you the subledger journals clearly. Fine. Understood? Any questions, team, before going to proceed? Next, one more topic. Charges I need to discuss. It is most important, charges. Charges you need to discuss. What is this charges means? Transportation charges, loading, unloading charges, all these charges are available. Like freight charges. Now I will introduce what is this freight charges. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue about that one. In 10 minutes it will not be finished. This is 1 hour topic once again. Okay, this charges, suppose you are purchasing 10 quantity at the rate of 1000. It is 10,000 rupees. Dollars or rupees, whatever it may be. You are purchasing 20 quantity at the rate of 50. It is 1000. Okay. Now transport charges are 110. 110. So I can apply here $55 here and $55 here. Is it okay?
No.
No. Okay, don't like it. Can anyone tell me how much amount here I need to apply? How much amount I need to apply here?
110.
100 into 10. How it is coming means the total amount is 1,100, 10,000, 11,000. This is 11,000 total amount. Will OTP na? Just give me 1 minute, please. నా దగ్గర నీ దగ్గర ఉంటుంది ఎందుకంటే నీ దాంట్లో బుక్ చేసినట్టు. Okay, fine. 11,000 total amount. For this 11,000, transportation charges are 110. For 10,000, what is the amount? Agree? For the total bill, total truck value, material value is 11,000. For that, transportation charges are 110. Now for 10,000, what is the amount? Then if you take the calculator, so in your child 8th, 9th, 10th standard, opposite question mark, opposite one, multiply with above one divided by this one. That is 10,000 multiply with 110 divided by 11,000. It is 100. That's what coming. That is called proportionate rate. Proportionate rate. In the same manner, for the second line, for total 11,110 is the transportation charges. For 1,000, what is the amount? If you calculate 1,000 multiply with 110 divided by 11,000, it is $10. Understood? Any questions here? System will take care. This proportionate calculation, system will take care. You need to understand, that's it. You need to understand. Let me show you quickly that one. It is one of the important topic. Okay, let me create a new purchase order. Select the vendor. New vendor. I'm selecting new vendor. Select site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item 1,000. 10 quantity at the rate of 1,000. It is 10,000. Another item. Yes, 402. 20 quantity at the rate of 50 is total 1,000. If you verify the total amount in the purchase order, if you verify the total amount, 11,000 total, 10,000 plus 1,000, 11,000. Now I'm applying charges. Here I will create one more transportation charges. I don't want to disturb the existing one. Transport charges. Okay, item, and I will discuss with you this one, vendor. Item and vendor, transport charges. Now I'm selecting this transportation charges. This transportation charges is $110. I have entered. Now I'm doing confirmation and I'm getting error message. I'm getting error message. What is this error message? Allocation was not done. Charges have not been allocated. So $110 you are telling, this $110 whatever you have entered, these charges, whatever you have entered, this transportation charges, you need to tell to the system how much amount should be updated to first line, how much amount should be updated to the second line. That you need to tell. Then only I can do confirmation. That's what it is telling. Then you need to click on allocate charges. Now we are selling based on the amount. Based on the amount, allocate. And I'm clicking allocate. Then automatically, if you verify the charges, it is blank. Where it was gone? This charges, whatever you have entered a header level, it was going to down level for this first line. For this first line, if you go to financials, maintain charges, it is showing 100. And the second line, if you go to charges, it is $10. Understood? Allocation of charges. Suppose I'm deleting these charges. I'm deleting the second line also, charges. Okay, now I'm entering once again charges. Transport charges, same $110. $110. Now this one, if you do confirmation once again, it will throw error message. Now allocation, we have another option, equally distribute per line. If you map per line, what happens? 2 lines, it will be distributed equally. Look at this one. $55 for one line, S002, 55,000 for this line also. Got it? So how you want? There is one more method. Let me show you. Financial charges. Let me delete both. I'm deleting. Now I'm entering maintain charges, transportation charges, 110. Oh, sorry, there is one more zero. Now we have one more method, allocation charges. You can select based on the quantity. Based on the quantity, if you want to allocate, you can allocate. Now the second line will have more amount because second line has more quantity. It will show you 73.33 and first line will be shown less. Understood? So this allocation you need to apply how you want, whether you want based on the amount, based on the quantity, based on the per line. Usually the best practice is net amount. The best practice is always net amount. Understood? Any questions here? This allocation of charges. There are some more details, some more information I'm going to teach you tomorrow. But now high level picture I have given. This is a minimum requirement. You need to understand the charges, how it should be allocated. So system will take care about all these allocation charges. Simply you need to click on the buttons. The calculations will be updated based on the setup. Tomorrow I will write down the step-by-step process one by one. One is net amount, one is based on the quantity, one is based on the per line. I will explain in detail. And some more sub scenarios also there. I'm going to explain you tomorrow about these charges. Okay. Till now, any questions, team? Anyone?
Thank you, sir. It's clear.
Okay, fine. If any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we can wind up the session for today. And I will give you more details about once again the charges. Some more details like the invoice. It is transportation is arranged by third-party transporter. Then what I have to do? Third-party transporter has generated invoice and how to do it. That is not vendor invoice. It is third-party transport vendor. Like at the time of invoice, I have not received. Later, I have received. What happened? Material invoice I have received. Transport vendor invoice I have not received. Then what I have to do? These setups we'll do tomorrow. How to mitigate all those different scenarios, different combinations. Little bit tricky, but you need to understand that scenarios. Tomorrow I will explain you. Okay, fine. I'm stopping here for today. If anyone want to discuss, you can unmute yourself. You can speak. Otherwise, you can wind up the session for today.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. See you.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.